Hey guys, guess what? We are 3 days away until Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yes, just 3 days away until we get our hands on this brand new 2D Mario experience. And once again, this entire week we're making Mario Wonder videos leading up to, obviously, the release this Friday. And today, we're here to talk about any last minute speculations and predictions and things that we want to see within this game. First off, yes, this game has leaked and it's been online like crazy, and I have seen a lot of leaks. I will not be talking about them, and I will be working with this video as if I'd never even seen them. So there's some things that I'm going to be talking about and I dang well know the answers to, but I'm just going to act like I straight up don't. And I'm just going to tell you things that I really expect and want from this game. This list was made a while ago, so I'm finally now jumping into it. But these are just kind of the last minute hopes and speculations, as I didn't really see a lot, but I did see some things, so just keep that in mind. I know a lot of you guys want to comment down below because you know the answer to some of these, but just feel free to keep it spoiler free in the comments down below. Just be friendly and just be nice to each other down there, and don't ruin the experience for others. So yes, we are going to dive into Super Mario Bros. Wonder's last minute predictions and last minute hopes for this game. But first, I want to thank BenQ for sending over their GP100A portable projector for me to try out, which I've been having so much fun with. The GP100A is a fully portable projector and it's extremely easy to hook up, including its 2D keystone and autofocus features, which anyone could use. It also has a cute little kickstand at the bottom, which makes things so much easier when adjusting the picture up higher on the wall. This little cube pumps out 1000 ANSI lumens and delivers the best looking colors in picture like I've ever seen out of a projector. I mean, seriously, it looks like a high definition TV on my wall, and I just can't get over how clear it is. And what's even crazier is all this footage right now is just in a house with the lights off, and it's just complete daytime outside with the windows open, and you couldn't even tell. This is during the day, and during the night, it pops even more. The best part about this machine, once again, is just the portability and simplicity with hooking everything up. I mean, seriously, right now I have everything hooked up to the dock like a normal television, but you don't even need to do that. All you need is a Nintendo Switch and a USB-C to USB-C cord, and you can hook it up just like that, straight from the Switch itself, not even needing a dock, which is just nuts to me. Every button you need is all along the top, and it even comes with a handy dandy controller to control everything. I mean, seriously, it's just a perfect package. I love how portable this is, and with a portable console like the Nintendo Switch, honestly, this is a must-have. And another thing I really love that I had to mention is that it comes already set up to go straight to game mode, which means you don't have to worry about configuring the thing if you have input lag, which is also super handy. So if you want to get your hands on your own portable gaming projector with the BenQ GP100A, all you have to do is click the link down in the description below, and you can be on your way to gaming on the go. But thank you so much once again for BenQ for sending over this awesome product. Once again, I know the answer to some of these, and this one is one of the few ones that I know, but I'm not really telling you guys anything about it. Straight up, I just want there to be unique boss battles within this game. I want to see some of the uniqueness that we've seen back from the original New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS that had original bosses instead of just the Koopalings or Boom Boom, and we haven't really seen anything so far besides a single Bowser Jr. fight that they kept showing, and that's all we've seen. So to me, it feels like Nintendo is hiding something big with their bosses if they're not showing them off. They showed off a lot of stuff with this game, but they seem to be hiding this one specific aspect, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what crazy bosses that they add this time, especially introducing the Wonder effects. Now, the game is called Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and the whole point of the game is the Wonder Flower, changing the environments and changing the characters themselves, and this is the thing that I think is going to take over most of the game. I want to see some wacky Wonder effects, and I'm not just talking about a couple. Like, I want it to feel like there's Wonder events happening every single stage, everywhere you go, and I want wacky things to happen at all times. I'm hoping there's a Wonder Flower in every single stage that you can collect that does something different each time, and I'm just looking for a lot of variety. So much so, like, I want to stop when I'm done and look at a list of Wonder effects of like over 70, 80, over 100 different Wonder effects that I can like rank or talk about. I think that would be really cool, as we can go back and look at which ones were the best and which ones were the worst. So I'm hoping there's a large variety. I'm guessing there's going to be. I mean, we've already seen so many just from that Mario Wonder Direct alone, and I'm sure there's a lot more that they're hiding behind closed doors, and it doesn't look like they're repeating too many of them, even even from the official gameplay that we've gotten, it doesn't look like they repeated really any of them so far. So they might all be new, they might all be original, which makes me super excited to see what other ones they have in store for us. And like I said, I really hope these Wonder events also tie into things outside of the regular levels. Like I hope there's like little bonus stages with Wonder events and even boss battles that include them as well. I think that would be awesome. I'm actually very excited for the badges, and not just for the regular action badges or the blue ones that help you find things, but mostly the yellow ones, which actually change how your player works and add some unique gameplay elements. For instance, making you run super fast non-stop or making your character invisible. I'm very interested in seeing some of the other ones, and maybe even the last couple, and seeing how they could change how you play the game. I hope there are more badges that kind of change how your character works in order for you to go back and replay through stages or maybe even the entire game with certain badges equipped that will change everything. That's what I'm really excited for, because I think playing through the whole game while having that sprint badge on would be really cool, or the whole game invisible would be awesome as well. So I'm really looking forward to potentially seeing a whole playthrough of some other crazy wacky things that these badges can do as well. I'm hoping there's a fun in-game reward. I'm sure there's going to be like a bonus world with bonus stages. It just would make sense compared to all the past 2D Mario games, but I'm also hoping maybe there's like one super difficult stage, like one final stage. I know the developers said that the last badge was very hard for even them to collect, so I'm wondering if that's going to be like the last stage in order to get that very last badge, but something along the lines of Mario 3D Land, 3D World, or Mario Galaxy 2, where they have that last final extra hard stage to really test the player. But I'm also hoping for kind of some type of end reward as well, maybe a special playable character that we get to get, or maybe some type of extra thing that changes the characters, maybe that gives them 8-bit sprites for the stages or something, or maybe that's what the badge does, maybe some type of really special final badge that does something different for all the characters. Something along those lines I think would be really cool, but I'm just really hoping that Nintendo gives us lots of post-game content, lots of stuff to go back and do, and I think these badges might actually be what that is. Like I said, I don't know much from the leaks. All I know is a couple things, and this was definitely one that I don't know, so I'm really hoping Nintendo gives us something special at the end. But remember, this is Nintendo, and their in-game rewards are really nothing that great. I mean, look at Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They're both just poop for the Korok seeds, so, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not really expecting much. I'm looking for better music here. I feel like the new Super Mario Bros. Series has a couple of good tunes, but for the most part, it's very repetitive, and we've heard a lot of those tunes repeated in most of the games. I want to hear some new stuff. Like, I want this to feel like Mario 3D World, where each level and world has a different theme and some catchy themes at that. Maybe even some, you know, callbacks to past games with some of the themes would be really cool. But what I'm really hoping for is something just, you know, more interesting, catchy tunes that I can remember from this game, that I can take away. Because there's not too many from the new Super Mario Bros. Games that I can take away as some of my favorite pieces of music. Now, is it going to be on the levels of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze? Probably not, just because that soundtrack is just literally perfect. You cannot mess that soundtrack. Like, it is just 100% perfect, but at the same time, I'm not expecting something along those lines, but just something, you know, with more catchy music, more unique themes that I can remember and take away from this game. That would be really cool. Now, since we're on the topic of Tropical Freeze, I want this game to have difficulty. I don't think it needs to be as hard as Tropical Freeze or the Donkey Kong games in general. I think that could be saved for those games. You know, they have their own level of difficulty that matches that gameplay style, and Mario games, specifically 2D ones, really 3D ones too, are never that difficult. There's some really difficult stages, and that's really all I kind of want this time around. Maybe some more challenging things to do in each of the stages, like collecting the collectibles is normally the hardest part of the Donkey Kong games, so maybe something along those lines. Collecting the purple 10 coins, making those difficult, also making the Wonder Seeds kind of difficult every now and then, but having some difficulty spike would be great, because the new Super Mario Bros. Games are borderline cakewalks, and even the collectible coins aren't that difficult at all either, so I'm hoping just a little bit of an increase. I'm not expecting something gigantic. I'm just wanting a little bit, maybe some really difficult stages here and there, and trying to get some of these collectibles making that difficult as well would be really cool and go a long way. That 100% should always be difficult, where the main game is probably going to be overall easy, and that's just kind of all I'm asking for. And honestly, for a 2D Mario game, there's not much else I really need. Everything else I know from the trailers, and it already looks super amazing. The last thing I think I could ever ask for is just a really good ending to wrap the game up. I really hope it's a really fun final boss battle with a really cool ending ending to it, I think that would be great. It's a 2D game. They don't need to do anything out of this world or crazy. But when you look back at the past 2D Mario games, they didn't have crazy endings. It was just a fight against Bowser and then a fight against a giant Bowser. Now, the landscape in the background is what made those battles the most interesting, and we really haven't seen much since Super Mario Bros. Wii, in my opinion, which had one of the better ones, which was just like a giant chase as you were getting chased to the end. You had to hit the switch. But I'm hoping we actually get to fight Bowser in some capacity instead of just running from him. So I'm still looking forward to something, you know, a grand way to wrap this game up, especially with all the crazy Wonder events. I'm expecting like a crazy Wonder event to end the game. And honestly, I'm just super excited to get my hands on this game. It's only 3 days, just under 3 days until we get to play this game. So I'm super excited. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any wishes or last minute wants that you want to see within Super Mario Wonder. And make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out to stay up to date on all the Mario Wonder goodness. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.